It's Doug Udding and Liam Patton heading for that first faceoff, and it's going to be awarded to Paris. They say Udding jumped. So the Paris RiverWolves will start off with the first possession. Brendan Tainhouse moves it over to Ryan Carruthers. Carruthers is going for a run down low. A couple of the Timbermen weren't aware that Carruthers had the ball. They were pointing at Tainhouse, thinking the hidden ball trick was really working. We're going to have a technical foul, and the RiverWolves will get it back. Mike Burke, who broke in last week of the 5-point game. That shot goes a little bit wide by Tainhouse. Burke off to his far side to track it down. The stick knocked right out of his hands by Udding, and the ball went up and touched somebody in the Timberman bench. So Peterborough gets possession, their first offensive set. Dan Mickle, alternate captain for the club, will slow things down, wait for the offensive guys to get out. There's Wasson. Bergen back to Mickle. This is Jeff McNulty on the near side as Mickle tries to clear some space. Cole McWilliams goes down low. Saved, though, by Kevin Orleman, making his Arenalacrosseleague debut. Went out and helped the Delta Islanders win their first ever BC Junior A Lacrosse Championship last summer. Went to the Minto Cup with them. There's a shot right on top by Brendan Tainhouse. Cole Murray's the starter for Peterborough. He turns that one aside. Nice job of avoiding center by Bryden Curran, so the RiverWolves maintain possession. And Tainhouse will drive in. Bouncer scores. Kind of cuts towards the net. And then as Wasson comes out, he steps out away from the net to open a little space. Patton. Well, they're going to give that one to Peterborough. And the Timbermen will push it right away. There's a low shot by Udding. He's flattened. Big hit by Mazzucato. And the Timberwolves will break out to their own end. That's an over and back, but it's going to be a break here. And they didn't quite get the breakaway. It was Nick Saltern chasing it down. Wasn't quite able to catch up, so they're going to slow things down, set up the offense. Saltern has one of the best dusters you will see in the Arenalacrosseleague or anywhere. There's a shot by McNulty. Ran into Saltern after the game the week before. That is a heck of a mustache. Mazzucato brings it up into the offensive zone. Dan Mickle still trying to get to him. A little bit of a pick by Rob Koger, just opening up some space, and they hand it off to Dan Keene. Keene going down the outside, spins, going to the net. Nice job by Pete Rennie to take away the lane. There's a shot from the outside by Curran. Schul, lob pass ahead, bounces by, which may have worked out okay for them as Coons gets it. Saved by Orleman. Brett Coons running the floor. He's one of the young defenders in this league, coming up from the Peterborough Juniors, who's really making a name for himself, playing some solid defense, big solid body. Burke pulls up. That one's knocked down, grabbed by Wasson, and he is run over by Carruthers. And it's hurt them. They've given up a lot of power play goals. They've given up a ton of goals in general. Spencer Pike kind of lost the ball, but it did go to Keene. Gets it back to Pike. That pass doesn't get to Burke. It's tapped ahead, and here goes a break. Oh, he can't quite pick it up. Udding does get it. He's got Campbell with him, but Pike goes and picks him up. Udding will go on his own. Spins back out. We're going to have a check from behind. So Udding trying to get that ball and kill as much time on the penalty. Cody McMahon starting with the ball up top. Over to Wasson. McWilliams on the far side. Gives it over to McNulty. Wasson, who had a hat trick last week, was really playing well, but had to reach back for that one. Couldn't get the shot off. Goes down low. McWilliams skips one. McWilliams, McNulty, McMahon out there need one more Mick on that team for the full four-man Mick roster. Trying to see if they have another Mick something they could put out. I don't think so. Not this week. It'll just be McNulty, McMahon, and McWilliams. There's a save by Cole Murray on the low shot as Keene has bounced down to the ground. Saltern. Pass to the middle. Bergen rips it. Foot save by Orleman. Tim Bergen is one of Peterborough's leading scorers, but he just doesn't seem to be clicking the way he usually does. Just waiting for him to explode because he is a dynamic offensive force. Here comes Ulbicus. He's going to take that rip off the offside and bounces it off the crossbar. Ulbicus, speaking of dynamic, he is a force in transition, can really fly, but once he finds his finish, he'll be okay. Andy Campbell moves over to the far side. Toe drag doesn't work. Stick and ball both go to the ground. That was Curran trying to get it, and here come the Timbermen. 35 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Travis DeBoltz gives it to his fellow righty Josh Wasson. There's a shot by Wasson. Orleman has no trouble with that one. Looking up the floor, he finds Koger. Koger had a beautiful transition goal last week. Splits the D, shoots, almost got it through Cole Murray. That would have been a beauty. Boy, Rob Koger showing more than we generally get to see from him. He does have that in his arsenal, but only pulls it out when it is really appropriate. Tainhouse out of the box. He'll go and play some defense in the short man, or in the power play defense. And he gets the loose ball, or does he? Eventually he does pick, no, still doesn't have it. Now he's got it and up into the offensive zone. McWilliams back to check him. McWilliams caught on D on the short man, but he is a tenacious defender. He's pretty smart. He usually goes down low, but they've sent him up top. With Doug Utting, there's a shot from the outside. Misses. Pike behind the back. That one misses. It's up in the air. Utting grabs it. Nice job. I was teasing Utting a little bit before the game because the Timbermen were lining up for their player headshots. And the guys, as they were going over, saying, isn't anybody under 6 feet here? So I said, Doug, you're up. They want somebody under 6 feet. And he said, well, I'm waiting for the under 5'9" crowd. But Utting is, a tenacious defender, very solid out there. Bergen backing his man down. 30 seconds left in the penalty. 7 on the shot clock. Bergen will hold on until the final couple, and now he's going to try and get one off right in the face of Orleman. Bergen had some space high in the net, and he's kind of shaking his head as he goes off because there's a glorious chance and just caught the right cheek of Kevin Orleman. Burke setting it up. They've got 7 on the shot on the power play. Keane goes down low, dives, reaches back across. The save by Murray, though. Ball's loose and a battle for it. Oh. A Timberman player run into the boards. It looked like a hip went into the kind of head of Joe Wasson. He went in pretty hard, but he's staying out there to play some more defense. Keane takes the pass, and Wasson picks him up. Wasson D'ing him behind the back. Nice pass, but Curran had somebody all over him. Sorry, Jamie McMahon running, number 7 over there. He is now coming back to play defense as Wasson brings it up into the offensive zone. He is due for a break. No, he's going to stay and play offense. Kudos to Joe Wasson. Let's see what he's got left after getting run into the boards. Long shift. Mickle steps back and rips one a little bit wide. It bounced off the back of Travis Burton and almost caused some problems for Orleman. They get it ahead, though. Snagged there by Stu McElhone. They eventually move it forward. Big hit. Thrown there, and the fans love it. That was Colton Armstrong laying it down. There's a shot, and it comes straight back out to Tainhouse, who rips it from the outside. Carruthers' rebound couldn't have gone better to Tainhouse, but Murray was ready. Parrish wants an over and back, but it looked like McWilliams was grabbing it. He didn't have possession of the ball, I believe is what they're saying. The referees say Mike Thompson, Mo Ershad, and Mike Sullivan. Certainly if McWilliams had possessed that ball before he ran over center, it's an over and back violation, but he may not have had the ball in his stick. There's a nice pass to Campbell, who's stopped. Campbell fakes high, goes low. This game, and Nick Saltern of the Peterborough Timbermen is going to the penalty box. First, he's got to run back across the floor and get a stick because the one he was playing with was randomly tested. They'd grab one player's stick from each team at the official's timeout and measure them, and his was over 42 inches long. The RiverWolves will try and double their lead. They're up 1-0 with 6:16 to go here in the first. Burke and Keane toss it back and forth a bit. Tainhouse goes low, the little skip pass to Curran, but Curran just missed it for the quick stick. It's going to go back up to Tainhouse, who's loading it up, and Campbell thought twice about it, or Pike lets it rip and bounces it off the crossbar. Burke has it. Down to Keane. He's got nobody between him and the goalie, but Cole Murray gets a bit of it. Another offensive chance, though, as the Paris RiverWolves get a reset. That is tiring for the defenders when they're out. There were just 4 of them. Udding and Campbell up top. There's a shot by Burke. Campbell grabs that one. He's taken off. Trying to pull away. Nice hustle by Tainhouse. Campbell protecting him. Loses the ball. Looking a little bit like me this morning playing in the co-ed fun tournament. 4 teams played this morning. I got in for, I played 4 games this morning. I'm a little sore and tired this afternoon. But I made the exact same play that Riley Campbell did there. Cutting in on net and dropping the ball. I feel badly if Riley was watching me and picked it up for me. Doug Hudding will run it up now. 50 seconds left in the penalty, just over 5 minutes in the first quarter. Mickle takes it on the fly. He's the ball. It's going to the net. He's a big body, but he's turned aside by a pair of RiverWolves. It's Coyle and Mazzucato. Could be a big day for Joel Coyle tomorrow. Number 33 for Paris is one of the top contenders really for the MSL draft. Saved by Murray. Turning aside, Liam Patton's shot goes straight to Travis Burton. He holds on to it under checking from a pair of Timbermen. Joe Wasson was one. Eric Schul jumped on as well. 16-15 left in the power play. More than that on the shot clock, so they've got time to set it up. Keane takes the quick shot, but Murray was coming across as the pass was coming to Keane. Back to even strength. Oh, and a skip shot by Andy Campbell. Bounces past Cole Murray. It's 2-0 with 4:12 to go. Teams met last week. Both were 0-2 going into that matchup. And it was an interesting game because Paris got ahead 8-1. And then the Timbermen just battled back to make it close, but weren't able to come all the way back. 13-11, I believe, was the final score. And that's an over and back. Just kind of ran himself into trouble. It was Joel Coyle. Just after I was giving him some credit for how good a player is, and he's going to go high in the MSL draft. And he runs it back over center. He can do that in the summer. There's no over and back in MSL play, so he'll be fine. Product of the Orangeville Northmen. Great program. It produces nothing but smart, winning lacrosse players. Went to the Minto Cup last year. Mike Burke, checked by Rennie. That's a great strip. Getting the one hand off the stick, but avoiding the holding call. Now he's got to get over center. He's got plenty of time. It's an 8-second count, just like in the National Lacrosse League. Rennie all the way down and shoots. It's turned aside, and Rennie goes, he almost had the loose ball. But it's going to roll to Josh Wasson. What a shift by Pete Rennie. He's staying out there. Surely, there we go. He's getting a break now. Wasson's going to slow it down a little bit, let the Timbermen set up as they still looking for their first goal of the game. Wasson scores it. He was on fire last week. All his goals really coming from right down on top of the crease, mostly backdoor quick sticks. This week, he lets it fly from outside. Pretty simple little play. Actually picks 2 RiverWolves players. Starts on one, then slips to the other. And that opens space, so he won't get an assist, but great job there by Zabolts. That pass across to McMahon. I thought it was headed for Tim Bergen, but it was right in the stick of McMahon, who gives it off to Bergen, then heads over to his correct side, gets it back. 2-1 with 2.5 minutes to go. Paris leading. Bergen is going to let it fly. Orleman, no problem with that one. McWilliams couldn't quite get it, so Travis Burton grabs it. Swim move. There's a defender back. It's Wasson. Rennie coming out, tries the strip. Burton takes a shot that goes well wide. Oh, right through the legs of Saltern. Break for Kern. He gets the ball. Paris sets up with 2:05 to play here in the first quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. This is JVI Sports Network presenting the Arena Lacrosse League. Keane was slipping to the back door, but Curran ran out of time and eventually just took the shot himself. Riley Campbell sees a cutter, has to throw it low. Can't quite connect with Josh Wasson. And Tainhouse snags it. We've seen him a few times back in his own end. It's a pretty nice behind-the-back pass. Did skip away. But it was tracked down eventually by McElhone. Carruthers is just going to lob it up to the top so Keane can start things off. Campbell gets a pick from Curran. The roll is there. Campbell runs into Schul. Still got the ball. He's going to let it fly with 2 left on the shot clock. It's blocked by Udding. Sorry, that was actually Colton Armstrong, I think, getting in front of that. He and Udding were both there, but I think it was Armstrong that got it. Armstrong has played both ways for the Junior C Peterborough Lakers. Can be effective at both ends of the floor. And for a Junior C kid, he's really looking pretty solid in this league. Showing there are guys at all levels who can play. Of course, Peterborough has Junior A. They do not have a Junior B team. Zabolts was trying to get a shot off because he thought the shot clock, I think, was a little lower than it actually was. Tainhouse goes for the 2-for-1 shot from way outside. He catches again. They still got 44 seconds. He's going to go to McMahon, who's going to shoot. He didn't touch Murray, so they've got 15 on the shot clock, and they're going to try again, and they miss again. That was Keane this time. So the strategy there is you take the shot so that you can get a rebound or give up the possession. They miss again. And then you can have the ball last in the quarter, but it's not going to work. The Timbermen will get the ball. Well, the Star. Few seconds. Shot by Wasson. It's about where he scored from before. McWilliams gets another one off. As it was on the floor, he scooped it up and fired it, but they miss. And it is 2-1. Paris after 15 minutes to play. Trying to get the sticks back. Udding clamps on it. McMahon tries to clamp. Udding, nice little shovel pass to Schul. And the Timbermen have possession. They're running. Pick from McMahon. Shot by Schul. That one stopped. Joel Coyle's going to slow things down. They were trying to break out. Andy Campbell of the RiverWolves, number 26, running across the middle of the floor. Also in the MSL draft on Sunday. There's a shot that goes wide. Tainhouse wanted it. Campbell missed him, but it's a bounce pass up top now. Tainhouse will shoot, stopped by Murray. Pounces on the rebound. He's got Rennie breaking up the floor. Short to Salter, and as Rennie heads to the bench, got an offensive player out there. Good effort to stay over center. A lot of pressure there by Blair Goss, trying to force the over and back. Didn't quite work out. There's McWilliams. Hard pass across off the boards. McNulty picks it up. 2 on the shot clock. He gets a low one into the stick of Orleman. Olbicus thought about hitting the cutting Dan Keane, but there were a lot of red jerseys in the area. Now he goes to Curran. Up top, and Pike will drive to the net. Tries near side. Looked like he might have had a spot, but banged it off the outside of the post as Murray was coming over. Nice drive by Pike. Keane hits the cutting Bryden Curran. Curran got a shot off, but Murray had that one as Rennie was driving Curran to the ground. Behind the net, Keane looking for someone. Lots of time, but there's a underhand rip by Carruthers. Goes straight to Tainhouse. He scores. Happened once in the first quarter where Carruthers took the shot and the rebound came straight out to Tainhouse. Early movement by Jamie McMahon. And Udding gets possession, hands it off. Wasson's waiting for Bergen to come onto the floor. Gets it to him. They were teammates on the CLAX champion Durham Turf Dogs last year. Wasson and Bergen were. Along with McNulty, who set the pick there for Mickle. Dan Mickle, a junior Lakers graduate, protected by the senior Lakers from the draft. Nice little carpet pass there by Travis Burton, just tapping it along. And Coyle. Oh, Coyle's pass is tipped by Rennie. Boy, Pete Rennie having a strong start to this game. Passes across, going to be a too many men call against the RiverWolves. Ryan Ferazovich coming across to serve that penalty. Koger and Mazzucato up high. Coyle and McMahon down low for the penalty kill. Wasson thought he had a lane, but We actually had Garrett Lewis, who's playing down on the crease on the power play, got right in his shooting lane, his own teammate taking away that chance. Lewis trying to open up some space, though. He's working hard down low. Wasson backpedaling. McMahon to Bergen with space off the post. All the RiverWolves defenders were tied up, so no chance for a breakout. And McMurray will just lob that pass out to Josh Wasson. Still 1:15 to go in the penalty. Lots of time, 20 on the shot clock as Bergen gets his gear adjusted. McMahon back up to Bergen. Moving it around the top. Bergen on his offside. He's going to let it fly, misses completely. Comes around the boards and up into the crowd. That'll be Paris possession. Nope, they're going to apparently went off of Orleman or the post. So Bergen did get a bit of it. Rang around the boards, and the Timbermen get it back. 20 on the fresh shot clock. Lewis goes behind the net to McNulty. Cuts out front. Wasson gets it. McNulty's going to do the jump shot. That one missed the net, but comes straight out to Bergen. 10 to shoot. Wasson over the top. Saved by Orleman. Doesn't know where it is. Joel Coyle was Johnny on the spot to pick it up. Looked like it was going to go wide anyway, but was close to bouncing into the net. Had it not been for Coyle there jumping up to grab it. Gets to Tainhouse. We've got their matching Buffalo Bandits helmets. It's a shot by Tainhouse. He was a Bandit for a while. Of course, Coyle was drafted. Actually, Coyle, that wouldn't be. That'd be a New England Black Wolves helmet, I would think, because Coyle was drafted by the Black Wolves in the NLL draft. Schul got the excuse me pass from Garrett Lewis. He kind of bobbled over there. 10 on the shot clock. Just under 10 to play here in the second quarter. Step back shot by McMahon. Comes back to him as he follows, gets the pass down. Oh, McNulty stopped by Orleman. Orleman does a spin and gets back to his feet. The RiverWolves bench loves that save. Kevin Orleman was drafted by the Buffalo Bandits, making his debut here in the Arenalacrosseleague. And he will not be in the MSL draft because he has a year of junior left to play. And the market for his services in trade from the KW Braves will be brisk, I would imagine. Shot by Burke goes wide. Fresh 30 as it touched Murray, but it's picked up by Saltern. Pass ahead to Campbell. It's McMahon off the bench. Saved by Orleman. McMahon didn't go through the crease, so it's a good play. Campbell's shot is stopped by Orleman. Boy, Orleman is not taking long to show that he can play at this level. Peterborough slows things down with 20 left on the shot clock. McWilliams starts to move in. McMahon starts really high, then gets to McNulty to Bergen, and he goes low and scores, and that is the Tim Bergen we're used to seeing. Rips that one high to low, just inside the post. And that's one where he used the extra 3 inches. The arena. Patton is locked on, but I'm going to say that Udding did something untoward on that face-off, so possession is handed over to the RiverWolves. Keane gets it to Pike, who cut through the middle, swim move. Oh, big save by Murray. Outlet pass. Colton Armstrong running the floor. Again, he is familiar with playing in the offensive zone. Ties up with Koger, and then he's picking on Coyle. As Mickle tries to drive to the net, Jamie McMahon checking him. Coyle gets it over center. Hard pass to Keane is picked up. RiverWolves spreading things out. Now Campbell moving towards the net as Keane ducks in behind it. He's thinking about the jump shot. 3 to shoot. And Burke's not able to get it on net. Lewis steps back nicely. Smart little play to clear of Curran's check. And there they come the other way. Oh, Cody McMahon can't believe it. He thought he had Orleman on that pass from Campbell. Campbell reaches out to grab that one. Had to extend. Seven minutes to play. We have a penalty coming in the middle. Travis Burton sending Cody McMahon to the floor. Perimeter passing to start. Wasson made a cut through. Now McMahon gets over to Bergen. He got the last goal for Peterborough, and he's trying to get another one, but he's knocked down. Some space out there. Obicus jumps out, but they get the pass to Wasson. Reaches far side, but the shoulder of Orleman stays in the way. And here come 3 RiverWolves running the floor. The Timbermen get their guys out, so Mazzucato is just going to run around until he's got someone to give the ball to. Randy with all kinds of pressure on him. Tainhouse tries to do a backdoor cut, but Joe Wasson picked him up nicely and then holds his stick a little bit. I think, well, somebody was holding somebody. Keane with the spinning jump shot. Brett Coons thought it went off a Tainhouse. They're saying it went off a Peterborough player. Oh, it is a Peterborough possession. It was a little confusing. The Timbermen thought they had the ball, didn't, and then did. That shot by Schewel on his offside bounces straight out. And McNulty will hit McMahon. They've got plenty of time left. 25 on the shot clock, still 52 to go on the penalty for holding to Travis Burton. Burton will often kill penalties for this RiverWolves club, so a little extra tricky when he's in the box. McNulty's pass didn't get through, so Koger just lobs it ahead. Here comes Patton. Peterborough's getting a too-many-men penalty to the power play. They're on the offensive already here with the 4-on-4. Tainhouse getting a pick from Burke, goes to the net. Down too low, so he pulls it up. Going to try the jump dunk, scores! And Cole Murray didn't even seem aware. And Tainhouse, just a little hesitation, sees that Murray isn't ready for it. You can see that Murray never moved. Just grabbed his post with one hand and did not get his body over against the post. So because it's 4-on-4, we stay at that configuration for another 10 seconds, and then the RiverWolves, who have jumped out to a 4-2 lead, will go to the power play. There'll be a minute and a half that they have left on it. $10 on the shot clock for the Timbermen. Nice shot by Bergen to try and get it 5-hole on Orleman, and it was close. Olbicus catches it, shovels it over. Coyle will take his time. Gets it off to Pike. Burke's at the top. Keane lets it rip, scores. Boy, Dan Keane is a sniper. He hasn't played much for the last couple of years, but he has never lost that skill, and he can absolutely rip it from anywhere on the floor. Big pick by Zabolts. Roll isn't quite there, though. Another pick. There's the roll. Zabolts banged helmet off, still gets a shot off. As he's spinning, flicks it backwards and hits the post, and Zabolts wants a high sticking call. It's always a little hard to argue when your helmet gets knocked off that somebody's stick didn't get high on you. There's a lot of players combined in a little space there, though. McNulty takes it from Bergen and passes across to Wasson, who goes low. Orleman gets that one. The Timbermen have been shooting 5-hole on Orleman quite a bit, and it's really not there much. Pressure was on, though, as it's an 8-second count to get across center. Orleman knew he was running out of time, so flung the long pass, didn't connect. And the Timbermen come back the other way. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Still 5-2 Paris. McWilliams tries to duck underneath. Got past Blaze McCullough, but wasn't able to beat Orleman. His shot just kind of bouncing off the far side. Here come the RiverWolves. Shoulder save by Murray. Stoning Mike Burke. Campbell trotting with the ball. Burke's pass goes off the face mask of Garrett Lewis. That shot goes wide. It's not a very accurate passing or shooting possession for the RiverWolves. And then a battle near center. Looked like Obicus might just grab the ball with his hand for a moment. Sorry, Andy Campbell. Peterborough bench wants a penalty for delay of game as possession was called, and you do have to give the ball up immediately. Campbell was kind of staying on top of it. He's stuck out there on defense. Low shot again, and Orleman has no problem with that one. Stoney McNulty. Coyle again pulling the ball up the floor. Kern's going to get it to Burke. Tainhouse looked like he was going low, went to the middle, but got stripped. Nice D as the Timbermen converged. Brett Coons picks him up as the ball is flicked back ahead. They got 5 seconds. Eric Schul is on Curran. Nice job to not tuck it. Oh, what a dunk shot. Going to say no goal in the crease on Curran. Pretty nifty play, though. Curran gets spun around by Schul. His shot bounces off. Oh, that's a good goal. We just saw the replay, and that is a good goal by Bryden Curran. Jamie Dubrick, the head coach of the RiverWolves, was looking up and retroactively pleading his case. That is one difference between the National Lacrosse League and the Arena Lacrosse League, is there are no challenge flags. The systems are not in place for reviews. Otherwise, the flag would have flown and Bryden Curran would have had one of the goals of the year. Here's Carruthers with the shot. Murray gets that one. Pass ahead. Lewis grabs it. He's got Rennie coming with him. Rennie's going to open some space, but Lewis was busy turning back around. McMahon, shot. May have been a 2-for-1 again. Peterborough setting up for the last possession. Ball just bouncing away from Koger, who eventually does corral it. When play's blown down, now it's blown back in. Pressure from Martinell. Now Martinell picks up Pike as the ball goes over to the far side. Burke with 17 on the shot clock, 27 on the game clock. Moves to Campbell. He goes to the net. Saltern got a bit of it on his stick. He did get the shot and went into the net. Cole Murray just kind of sidestepped as Campbell went flying into the net. Six Nations and St. Catharines, a four-way logjam atop the standings. 10 seconds left. Rennie working over Campbell in the middle. Now they cut to the net. Pike goes, tries the shot, misses well wide. 1 second left. Burke's just going to run out of time. It'll finish 5-2 after one half of play. The Peterborough Timbermen would like to thank the following sponsors of their inaugural season in the Arena Lacrosse League. The Timbermen say thanks for making their year successful. And McMahon will face off. The Timbermen facing a stiff challenge here. They're down 5-2. They're last in the league in scoring through 3 weeks with 26 goals. And that is still their bugaboo so far. They will get first possession here in the third quarter, trailing 5-2. See if they can get something started. Mickle across to Wasson. Bergen rolls out to the top as McWilliams comes in. A little slip pick, then slides down. Bergen is out near center and will just roll it into the corner. Not an effective possession for Peterborough. RiverWolves come the other way with Carruthers giving it off to Mike Burke. Spencer Pike makes the pass. Bryden Curran is going to make a little spin move. Burke on his offside with 7 on the shot clock. To Curran, who's on his offside, a little spinning jump shot. Saltern, smart play to just let that ball go. Bumps Spencer Pike instead. And the shot clock expires. There was only about 2 seconds left when Saltern make that decision. So the Timbermen get it back. There's the Bolts along the boards. Garrett Lewis is out there just picking anything in white. And then he rolls to the net, tries the behind the back shot, had nowhere to go with that ball, but game effort by Lewis. Patton has the ball bounce away from him, and Joe Wasson goes the other way. McNulty was still out there from the last possession. Now Mickle joins him. Joe Wasson's going to stay. A little pick by McNulty. McElhone picked up Mickle, though. Now he's back on him. Pick there by McNulty, but no roll available. And Mazzucato knocks that ball loose. He's just standing over it. Lewis is going to try and get in there and grab it, but the RiverWolves get in the way long enough to let the 30-second shot clock expire. And another Timberman possession ends without a shot on net. Roll pass by Tainhouse. Keane comes to Tainhouse. Campbell's going to let it fly. Murray stops that one. Campbell and Schul chopping each other, and Rennie gives him a little chop. Campbell had a lot of words for the Timbermen in last week's intense and fractious game. Sabolts is in the middle, trying to make space. That's a pick for McWilliams. Rolls, doesn't quite catch it. He had an open look at the net. Does get it off the boards. 5 seconds left. Can't connect with McMahon in front. Liam Patton was on top of McMahon. Here comes Ulbicus. Ulbicus, as I've mentioned, the top graduating player and top midfielder in the Canadian University Field Lacrosse Association last fall. Pass picked off by Nick Finley. They're going to say he stepped back into the crease as he possessed it just before he went in. Crossbar by Burke. That came down in a hurry. Comes back out to the RiverWolves. Still 5-2 for them. We're 3:10 into the third quarter. There's Keane Twister. Beauty. Takes the pass from Burke and just that little crossover with the hands. Gets the ball going to his right and to the left of Cole Murray, just inside the net. Lovely shot by Keane. Timberman possession off the face-off. Face-off foul. Utting loses his stick, but he's staying over top of the ball until he can get some help. Wasson's in there, but it's Mazzucato that eventually comes up with it. Utting will go back and play defense and immediately get on Spencer Pike, but he falls as he attempts the wrap check. Carruthers to Campbell, had lots of room to load up, but misses the net wide. Diving and trying to scoop the ball in is Carruthers, but it gets away from him. They're going to say a loose ball push on the back of Utting by Mike Burke. There's a big pick by Wasson. And Armstrong will hand it off. He's going to stay and play offense. He's actually a fun young player to watch. Colton Armstrong, number 25 for Peterborough. See what he can do here, getting an offensive shift. There's a little hook shot by Mickle that goes wide. Wasson with 3 to shoot. Fires it on the run. Mickle grabs it, scores. Goal, Mickle. Wasson, nice job to get that shot off on the run before the buzzer could sound. And Mickle saw the shot coming, ready for the rebound, pounces. Another face-off win for Paris. Patton wound up on his butt without his stick, but the Wolves had possession. Nice little flip pass there by Ulbicus. There's a break. Armstrong to the net, just misses. A little push on the back by Curran. Just enough to throw him off, but not enough to draw a penalty. Keane, he's got last 2 goals for the RiverWolves, but he is stripped. Finley going the other way. He's got a man in the middle. Cuts instead. Well, I think he's going to look back and get back to the bench and be told, yeah, you want to hit Brett Coons running down the middle there. McMahon gets a pick from McNulty. Bergen. Oh, sorry, McWilliams, considering his options. 2 to shoot. He'll pass it down to Zabolts instead. Zabolts rolls it. No penalty for delay of game. I know it seemed like a small roll, but a lot of times that will be called, either here or in the National Lacrosse League. Little tap on the head by Nick Saltern on Dan Keane. Nothing too hard, so no call. Just the plastic on plastic was fairly loud. Heard it up here pretty clearly. Lewis covering Burke, jumps back out on him. 3 to shoot. Carruthers tries to get it, but is effectively warded off by Riley Martinell. Nice job by Martinell there. And here come the Timbermen. Lewis running the ball. Going through everybody. Loses it. Olbicus gets it. Some pressure there by Bergen. Olbicus drops the ball, and Travis Burton picks it up. That's going to be an 8-second count. No, they just make it, but it's just thrown all the way down the floor, and Cole Murray will grab it for this Timberman. Start things up the other way with Eric Schul. Shoveling it off to Wasson. Smart play by the RiverWolves with no chance to get that ball up there. Just throw it down, force Timberman to come back the length of the floor, get your D set, which it is now. Wasson trying to go low. McWilliams slipping into the middle, ball stripped. Olbicus jumps right on him, knocks the ball loose again. 2 to shoot, so McWilliams and the Timbermen will head back to the bench. But the Timbermen just having trouble creating chances. Even their last goal came on a shot from halfway between the restraining line and center that Josh Wasson ripped with about 3 left on the shot clock and happened to bounce out to Dan Mickle. Pete Rennie will run the ball. Zabolt's cutting through traffic. The pass. He's going to back his way and shoots. Oh, nice attempt. His helmet comes off again. Zabolt's has to go to the bench. Now we'll bring Wasson out for the shift. 8 on the shot clock. Bergen backing up. Doesn't know he has Wasson there. McNulty does, though, but it handcuffs Wasson. Just 2 to shoot. He'll fire one, but it goes wide. Very little angle for Wasson. And we'll take the officials' timeout. And the Paris RiverWolves with 6. Dan Keene has to go all the way back to his own crease to start the possession. Dugouting on him, and Keene's stick was checked. I'm fairly sure that was the second time this game they've done the random stick check on him. A save by Murray off the stick of Burke. Schul gets it. Pike is there to check him, but Schul gets away. Lob pass ahead. Nice work by Schul. Exiting the zone as Pete Rennie will run with the ball. Little tussle over between the benches between Joe Wasson and Spencer Pike. Just heard a ruckus erupt. Looked over and saw them kind of pushing. 7 to shoot. Wasson hits McNulty, who will fire. That one goes wide. It rolls out over and back, or the 30. Either way, it's going to be Paris possession. And Liam Patton will go down to start the ball because the play will be blown back in if nobody goes to get it. Play's just started. You got to get somebody there. There's a cutting Andy Campbell. Catches it, a couple of fakes, but he's out of shooting position. Thinking dunk, tries it, scores! Andy Campbell from behind the net. Brett Coons looking a little disbelieving. And Cole Murray having a chat with the official. A pretty sweet play by Andy Campbell. Third quarter. Timberman had the ball in Dugouting's stick, but it popped loose. Everyone's still fighting for it. There's a holding call on Jamie McMahon as he just grabbed on to Colton Armstrong. Goes to the net, scores! Armstrong! Told you he's an exciting young player to watch. Beautiful play. Wins the battle for the loose ball, races down the floor. Utting and Patton. Patton pulled it out, but it popped loose, and Armstrong has it. He comes out again. He's going to drive down, looking for another one. Tried the same spot, but bounced it this time on the far side. It's going to come all the way out to Peter Rennie. Rennie's heading to the bench, but Armstrong, he's staying out there. Only 15 left on the shot clock. He is a sniper now. He actually is a pretty good shooter. Zabolt's from outside. Pulls it down. He and Koger run into each other. Armstrong with a man on his back goes to the floor. Shot into the chest of Orleman. Coyle running with it. There's just nobody between him and the net. He goes all the way but misses. And the shot high. Curran gets it. See if we can have Curran go for another diving dunk attempt from behind. The other one was waved off by the officials. Here he goes. A jump attempt. That one's turned aside by Murray in his post. Rennie couldn't pick it up, but keeps tapping it ahead to himself. Good body position, gets the ball, takes the hit from Burke and shovels it over. Nice play by Peter Rennie, and they get across mid-floor. Just in time, maybe in time. Oh, there's a shot and a goal. Riley Campbell And I was going to say earlier, the Timbermen need to try and push some transition and create chances here with 4:51 to go in the third quarter. Another protracted battle. This time it bounces up, and Burton gets it. He's trying to break free. We're going to have a holding penalty as Schul and Coons were all over him. Burton got the ball back. 3 Timbermen trying to rip the ball free, and eventually we do have a call, and then somebody came in late. And Pete Rennie was just advocating for a call down in the corner. It was when McCullough got in late and got a bit of a cross-check on the back of one of the Timbermen fighting for the ball. But there's plenty happening. Saltern took the holding call. It was actually Coons and Schul that were on him, so I'm not sure how Saltern got a holding penalty. Doesn't matter, though, as Dan Keene finds a spot. His third of the game. His hat-trick goal. So I was going to say third in a row for them, but it is not. There was the goal in between. 8-5 the score. 4:18 to go here in the third quarter. Let's get ready for this. Udding, Patton, and this one Udding pulls out fairly easily, but it goes straight to Coyle. Big hit on him by Armstrong. The ball rolls all the way down, but Orleman's there to grab it. That pass picked off. Here comes Armstrong. Shoots, misses. He is flattened by Travis Burton, who's going to take a penalty. And then he's going to get another one for getting up into the face of Colton Armstrong. So, 1:54 here in the penalty. Timbermen on the power play, down by 3. Trying to get back in this one. Looking for their first Arenalacrosseleague win. And Tim Bergen is starting to heat up. Finds the mark from outside. His second of the game. It's 8-6 on the power play for the Timbermen. Nice hard work up in the offensive zone by the Timbermen, creating that chance. And another battle. Talking about hard work. Patton and Udding. Oh, and there's Burton grabbing, I believe, Eric Schul by the face mask. Rennie gets between Coyle and everyone else. Burton, who just came out of the box, he was upset with Armstrong. Probably something he said after the last penalty, because you could see Burton getting up into the face of Armstrong. Bergen to Mickle to McNulty. To McMahon in the front, but Koger got a bit of his stick. He had a naked look otherwise, and Koger was there in time. Nice heads-up play by the big defender. Olbicus is going to give it to the second man through Pike. He's driving against 3 Timbermen. Took a bit of a stick in the chin. That was just riding up on his own stick, actually. Here's Keene. Looking for the shovel pass back to Burke. He's going to fire it instead with 4 to go on the shot clock. Dan Keene having a very strong game, although he probably was better off flipping that one back to Burke, who had some space to get a shot off and a bit better angle. Back on the power play. Timbermen go to work. Mickle's up top. Unusual spot for him. Wasson will feed him. Now Bergen has it. Nobody picking for Bergen. They get McMahon in the middle. That seems to be the strategy right now, and it's working. He got an open look there and banged it off the post. He's been a little snake bit this year. A pretty successful season last year, helping the Turf Dogs win the championship in CLAX, the Creators Cup. Battle by Mickle on the boards. There's McMahon. That one's saved by Orleman. Comes back to Mickle. Oh, what a play. Mickle just steps around the screen as a little sidestep reaches around them. Orleman had no idea where that ball was coming from. And Mickle starts it by getting that ball in the corner. And Saltern will head to the box. I believe they're saying, looked like they're indicating holding the stick. I'm not sure exactly what they came up with out there, but either way, the RiverWolves go to the power play. They lead 8-7. Spencer Pike to the net, misses. Cole Murray saying he didn't get any of it, but there is a reset. And it's reinforced by Mo Urshad, just in case it had been missed. Burke's up top. Pike has it again. Another save by Murray. Curry gets the rebound. RiverWolves set up again with Brendan Tainhouse right in the middle on top of the crease. Wasson watching him. That one's scooped up. Away goes Udding. Nobody's going to catch him. Can he bury? He does, and it's tied. 8-8. Doug Udding, coast to coast. Finds a hole. Ties it up shorthanded for the Peterborough Timbermen. And that was it. Nobody else was going to have a chance to catch the speedy Utting. He goes about elbow high, tucks it past Orleman. We have a tie game. Peterborough was very competitive in the first game, a 1-goal loss to the St. Catharines Shockwave, but really haven't been particularly close in the game since against the Oshawa Outlaws, and then last week against Paris. They crept back into it a bit, but were never able to really get it right down where they looked like they would actually tie things up. Paris seemed to score every time it was getting too tense. Timbermen have to get it over center. They just make it. Brett Coons stretching the ball across. Wasson. Cole McWilliams steps back, goes behind the net. There's a Cuddy McNulty, can't get a shot off. McMahon was right on top of him. That's Jamie McMahon, number 7 for the RiverWolves. Here comes Tainhouse, number 11. He shovels it back. Burke hits the open Keene, who rips it wide. Last second shot by Burke doesn't get through, and we end 3/4 of play. Tied 8-8, 3 seconds left on the Peterborough penalty. Arena lacrosse action, 8-8, heading into the final 15 minutes. Timbermen, RiverWolves, and the game within the game, Liam Patton and Doug Utting. It's been a great battle. And Utting pulls that one out cleanly. Schul can't quite handle it, and it looks like Joel Coyle will come up with it for the RiverWolves. He takes a bump, but gets the ball, shoots. Utting got a bit of that, but Murray stopped it. Schul comes up with it. He's running the floor. Timberman coming out with some jump here in the fourth quarter. McNulty to McWilliams. Zabolts with a big pick. McWilliams goes around and dives. Nice save by Orleman. Gets the hand on it, but it goes straight to McNulty. Fresh 30 for the Timbermen. Zabolts tucks it away and heads down the shoulder. Loses it. Burton all over him. Bit of a pick by McWilliams. The roll is there, but the pass doesn't connect. Long outlet pass to Tainhouse off the bench. He can't corral it. Nice effort by Orleman. Garrett Lewis with Tainhouse on him. Cody McMahon will hit McNulty, come out from behind the net, and Bergen's going to start things at the top. McWilliams' shot is high over the net. Wasson's there. They got 8 to shoot, so they got some time. Bergen's open in front. Saved by Orleman. Not sure he even saw it, but he saw where Bergen was shooting and got an arm out there. There's the outlet pass. Tainhouse hit Burke. They go to Pike all alone. Undresses Cole Murray. And it's 9-8. RiverWolves. Beautiful play. Tainhouse, Burke, Pike connection. The 2 RiverWolves and 2 Timbermen are down right by the boards along the restraining line. There's a shot coming out of the calf as Rennie and Schul were still arguing that the possession shouldn't have been given to Paris. It should have been given to them. It was not. And the RiverWolves got a shot out of it. Armstrong stays up. He and Carruthers jostling as a shot from outside. McMahon can't score. Mickle is buried in the crease. Carruthers landing on top of him. Orleman has it. McMahon's got a few seconds to get over center. It's going to be tight. And he doesn't make it. He doesn't put the ball down, so there's a chop to try and get it free by Colton Armstrong. And the Timbermen want a delay of game penalty. Again, that could have been called. A strict interpretation is that he did not put that ball down when the whistle was blown for possession and should have had a delay of game penalty. Timbermen have the ball nonetheless. Shot by McNulty. He follows it. That's going to lead to a breakout as nobody was picking up Jamie McMahon coming out of his own end. He tries to tuck it by Murray, but he's stopped. Went through the crease, and it'll be Timberman possession. And that is how you put the ball down. Jamie McMahon right where he was, immediately ball on the floor. Although it doesn't seem to matter. There's a little leeway or leniency of being allowed. Wasson's behind the net, but he'll run out. Big pick by McWilliams, knocking Koger over. Now Rennie's up in the offensive zone. He was working over Travis Burton. Nice outlet to Olbicus, who finds Burke. Burke's going back to Olbicus. Shot scores! Brent Olbicus runs the floor. Give and go with Burke. And a beautiful goal. It's Olbicus and Coyle over there. Too many steps by Liam Patton. And Patton's going to go. Could be a slash, could be delay a game. No questions. Possession had been blown. You simply can't check the player who is starting with possession until play is blown back in. You actually have to give them 2 meters or 2 yards. Because it is I believe it's written in yards, but you have to give them some space. He did not. And it's a Timberman power play. McMahon wants to rip it from the top. It went off the foot of a defender. Orleman with the long outlet pass to Koger. He runs onto it, but Schul gets there first. Schul will turn around the other way. Nice job by Schul taking a perfect angle, timing that up, and he just leaves it there for Tim Bergen. Caught Bergen a little bit by surprise. But Bergen does come up with a 10-8. The RiverWolves the only 2 goals of this quarter as we are 4 minutes now into the 4th. Bergen and McMahon playing catch. McMahon shoots, saved by Orleman. Kicked over by McNulty, who had only one hand on his stick. They get a fresh 30. Bergen over to Mickle. Bergen's got some space up top. Mickle's going to let it fly. Save off the foot of Orleman. Went up into the mesh, and that's going to be Timberman ball. No, they're going to say it's Paris ball. And I think Mike Thompson is going to go in and talk to his fellow officials and point out that he saw the touch on the goaltender. Yeah, so it's Timberman ball. Fresh 30 for Peterborough. Nice job by the crew to get together on that one. Olbicus working over Cody McMahon in the middle of the floor. Cody's up top. Jamie McMahon covering Josh Wasson down low. Bergen. Wasson's ready to duck out of the way. If Bergen wanted to shoot there, there's a hard skip shot. Going to bounce off the boards. It's going to go over and back. McMahon can't get there in time. RiverWolves possession. 28 left in their penalty. The delay of game to Liam Patton. So they can kill the rest of this one. Oh, but there's a cutting. Oh, it was Joel Coyle that broke to the net. Had a step on Riley Campbell, and Dan Keene elected to hold on to it. Just try and kill the rest of this penalty. Pete Rennie will give him a little love tap. Keene heads out to mid-floor. Throws it down to Tainhouse. Garrett Lewis on him. Bryden Kearns working hard to get open on the far side, forcing Riley Campbell to really stay with him. Tainhouse tried for a diving shot, but that's taken away by Garrett Lewis. Sorry, Doug Utting. And Lewis will run the ball up the floor. Penalty's over. We're back to even strength. 10-8, 9:37 to go here in the 4th quarter. 2-goal lead for Paris. There's a diving shot. Landing in the crease was Mickle, so it's Paris ball. He's going to forecheck, but Curran runs through that one. So it's Mazzucato. Mazzucato gets up over center, and Pete Rennie comes to pick him up. Campbell to Burke. He's going down low. Looking for a cutter. Pike gets it. Rennie was on him and didn't really let him get the shot he wanted. Utting has Schul with him. Sorry, Coons has Schul with him. Coons will run off and give it to McMahon. Just 15 on the shot clock. One Timberman still to get out on the floor. Mickle to McNulty. Bergen's shot scores! Boy, the Timbermen are starting to find a bit of rhythm in transition and offense. Definitely starting to get some looks that they like. Patton went way early on that one. And Utting will start with possession for the Timbermen. You know what? Face-off man jumped when he makes no argument whatsoever. Just leaves the ball and goes to play defense. McWilliams, screen by Zabolts, but that one took off on him. Mickle's shot down low, tried to reach in and grab it, but Orleman covers it up and gets it out to Coyle. Keene coming off the bench. Lewis picks him up, so Burke takes the pass, Tries to feed it through to Campbell. That one's bounced over, knocked towards Zankeen. 15 on the shot clock. Burke surveys, thought about one pass, a little sidearm pass to Pike. Rennie on him. That one hits the crossbar. Pike got a good shot off. But here comes Armstrong the other way with Rennie ahead. Nice pass. He's got McNulty far side. Shoots, save. Rennie, a good take there as they were taking away the pass. Nice outlet by Orleman, and Curran is heading the other way. Armstrong with him. Little check on the back, but not enough to warrant. But he's got to be careful. He might get one of those cumulative penalties. Now he's just pushing him up against the boards. Curran comes out of it, goes to the net. Pass across, backdoor, quick stick. Missed by Carruthers, just bounced away from him. 4 to shoot. Keene's shot doesn't get through. It goes right back to him. He'll just, and he flicks it. It's going to be the officials' timeout. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. The Timbermen will start with possession with 7:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. They trail by 1 to the Paris RiverWolves. Josh Wasson carries it up over center. The veteran has 4 Man Cup championships with the Peterborough Lakers. That is the kind of veteran experience he brings to this club. McNulty gets it to Wasson. Pass it down low. McNulty to Bergen. They've got 8 on the shot clock. An attempt by Mikkel. He's falling to the ground. Ball pops free. Orleman eventually grabs it and has possession outlet to Jamie McMahon. Olbicus gives it back to him and heads to the bench. Pike sets a little pick. Not needed. Garrett Lewis backs away into defense. Burke spinning. Down to Keene. That tips away. Tainhouse tries to get it, but Utting comes up with it. Rennie is ahead. He's breaking in alone. Can he tie it up? No, the save by Orleman. Rennie scoops it up. Tries to get it over to Garrett Lewis, but can't connect. Lewis swims between the two men. There's Cody McMahon. He's going to pull it. He thought about a shot. Would not have been ill-advised. They're going to set things up. Led Zeppelin on the sound system here as that pass goes awry. And here come the RiverWolves 2-on-1 on the fast restart. Pass to Bryden Kern, scores. Boy, and that all started, of course, with the wayward pass in the Timbermen's offensive zone. Eric Schul is in no man's land, stuck between the two. Still a protracted face-off battle, and McMahon comes out with it, but it pops loose. Here come the Timbermen. Colton Armstrong trying to get through the check of Mazzucato. He's turned aside and slows things down. Joel Coyle trying to check McNulty, gets a few whacks on him, runs around behind the net with him as the ball goes up to Wasson up top. Only 4 Timbermen on the floor. Not sure why, but now they're going to catch up, send a 3, 4, see if they do send. No, only had 3, 4. And now 5th defender comes out. They actually could have gone a little earlier. But no harm, no foul. They got the full complement out. Campbell tries to pass through to Pike. It looked like Pike played it with his hand. He did. Peterborough possession. Lewis has it down the floor. Nothing there, so he's just going to pass it up top. Ryan Farazovic with a little whack to the leg. And Lewis will stay there, take a few crossers in the hold on the jersey. That skips away from Zabolts. McMahon's there to get it, but Liam Patton's right on top of him, strips it. Zabolts gets position. Tries a shot because he knew time was running out. I think it may have actually hit his teammate Dan Mickle. Paris RiverWolves, Blair Goss lobs it ahead. Sorry, it's to McElhone. To Goss. And he'll hand it off to Michael Burke. Burke circling around the top. Steps back, throws to Tainhouse. Armstrong on him, pass across to Curran, gets a shot, scores! Curran takes a chop from Schul. Power play Timbermen. They're down 12-9 after the Curran goal. 3:56 to go. The Timbermen could use possession here. It is grabbed momentarily by Coons, but it eventually bounces around to the RiverWolves. Olbicus coming in. Rennie will pick him up. Olbicus spins, goes to the net. Oh, nice save by Murray, but what a great diving attempt by Brett Olbicus. And then Burke works in and gets the ball back. Rennie stripped him momentarily, but Burke comes up with it. And Rennie drags Burke down to the ground. And they're going to call a possession foul, fresh 30 for the RiverWolves. Brett Coons working over Burke on the far side. The RiverWolves just going to slow things down if the Timbermen don't press them. They have a 3-goal lead. They can take all the time they want to kill, but here Keene comes in, moving now. Burke is flattened. Keene warding off Riley Campbell. Nice help defense there by Joe Wasson, but and Dan Keene. Oh, it's just going to be a loose ball violation as Keene checked the Peterborough Timberman player Joe Wasson into the boards. Shot clock was about to expire on the RiverWolves anyway. Timberman set up on the power play. 2:38 to go. Bergen. McNulty wants to shoot, misses. Bounces out to Wasson, but skips away from him, but it does come to Bergen. They've got 3 to get one on net. That high pass was right up into the mesh. The netting around the back of the boards. One got away from Bergen, and here come the RiverWolves. 26 to kill on the penalty. Penalty clock and shot clock exactly aligned, so they can kill the rest of this one and roll it in the corner if they like, or wait till there's an opening and go to the net. Tainhouse with Hutting on him. Schul's there to help. Doesn't want to let him get underneath, and they pin him along the boards. Then Tainhouse escapes, tries the dive dunk shot. Murray's there to stop it, and Schul runs the floor. Here comes Bryden Curran out of the box. Even strength, 1:45 to go. Still 12-9 Paris. It has been exciting all game. There's Mickle. Scores! Nice little fake by Dan Mickle. Fake hard to the far side and pulls it back by Kevin Orleman's near foot. It's 12-10. And Liam Patton absolutely loses track of where Mickle was. Mickle takes advantage. And they get possession off the faceoff. Riley Campbell stripped by Olbicus. That's a huge turnover for the RiverWolves getting it, and for the Timbermen losing it. Oh, but there's a pick off by Lewis. He's going to go up the floor to Campbell. McMahon is back, so Campbell will slow things down. Rennie has it. Lots of time. They're pulling the goalie. They're going to set up the 6-on-5. They're down 12-10. 1:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Mickle gives it up to McNulty. McNulty rolls up. There's Bergen across the top, has to take it off the boards. 5 on the shot clock. They need to get somebody to the bench so the goalie can go back out. There's a shot attempt by Mickle. He takes a punch from Coyle. Meanwhile, in the middle of the floor, Patton has his helmet off. They're going to call a goal. I thought I heard whistles. Timbermen need possession and quick goals to avoid dropping to 0-4. Nice job by Coons to come out with the ball. He's going to hand it off. Mickle waiting for somebody off the bench. They've only got 32 seconds to score 3 goals. They got to get moving. Wasson will let it rip sidearm. Saved by Orleman. Good effort by McWilliams trying to get in there, but doesn't get it. And here they go. On the goaltender is Mazzucato about to shoot. Saved by Murray. 17 seconds to go. This will be the second win of the season for the Paris RiverWolves. We'll see if the final stays 13-10. Timberman looking to get one more shot. McMahon takes it. Saved by Orleman. 5 seconds. He can just stand there in his crease. Doesn't even have to step out or throw the ball. And time will expire. That's it. 13-10 the final. The Paris RiverWolves over the Peterborough Timbermen.